I'll tell you a really quick story. I never met my great grandmother. She lived in a very rural area of the state. And it wasn't until the Voting Rights Act of 1965 passed that she was able to vote. And she would, the country folks say we had to walk in town. She would have to walk in town 5 miles to be able to vote. And along the way, she would tell her neighbors, which were, acres away from where she lived, because she lived in a very rural area. And then she would walk 5 miles back home. And she never missed an election. Now, check this out. That was back in the 60s. We think that was ancient history. That was only about 60 years ago. But now, because of the fruits of her labor and the fruits of so many that have labored for years and risked it all, that I have an opportunity to sit in a seat here at the state capitol that used to be run by people that said that we would never be able to hold these seats. Even when Mr. Clark came into the legislature, they were so upset that he had won his election that they sawed his desk in half and set him in the front so that nobody else would sit with him. And we even have that desk on the House chamber floor at this point in time. And so I just say all that to say that we got to remain persistent. We've got to stand together, unified. Whatever issues, personal issues we have with each other, we got to leave that at the door, because what we're up against is an element that does not want us to have any kind of representation, that doesn't want us to have access to health care and access to education and access to voting, so that we can have political power. And we know that our economic power is rooted in our political power. And so, we have to continue to fight the power, as they used to say, and give the people what they want, to ensure that we're doing all that we can for today and also for tomorrow, and for the generations unborn that we don't know, because they're depending on us to meet the moment in history and do what's right and stand on the right side of history, not the wrong side of history.